California Logistics Rail Authority, Southern California Logistics Airport Authority, Victorville Redevelopment Agency, the Victorville Joint Powers Financing Authority, and the Victorville Water District. The first item is number 1, public comment. Anyone wishing to speak to the council, address the council, please come to the podium. Seeing none, I'll close the public comment, and we do have a closed session.
Mayor Cabriales, we have four closed session items listed on the agenda. With respect to one of the items, however, there is a typographical error, and one of the items should, in fact, be heard under the redevelopment agency agenda. It would be item number 5. The other ones that are listed, it specifically specifies the case names, and or the other ones are pursuant to Government Code 54956.9C, and naming the plaintiff with respect to those would create problems for the agency. In addition to that, I do have a need to discuss 3 other closed session items with you, 2 of which are also pursuant to Government Code 54956.9C, and those two of which are pursuant to that section. Pursuant to Government Code 54954.2B2, you need to make a motion that these items arose after the posting of the agenda. They are both related to pieces of correspondence that the city received within 24 hours after the posting of the agenda, and there is the immediate need to take direction. They are both on very short time fuses. In addition, I have a third item, which again would need a finding pursuant to 54954.2B2, that there's an immediate need, and that the need arose after the posting of the agenda, and that would be pending litigation pursuant to Government Code 54956, or pending a threatened litigation, 54956.9B2. Specifically, this deals with the situation where we've received correspondence from the Mojave Water Agency with respect to outstanding bills related to the free production allowance between ourselves. It's the allocation of free production allowance between the city of Victorville and the city of Adelanto. There is currently some scheduled mediation dates, but as a result of recent information, we may want to take a different track. We received correspondence. I'll be able to wait for the mediation.
Findings? Second. Those in favor? Aye. I'll reconvene the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Victorville and the City Council sitting as the Library Board of Trustees, Southern California Logistics Rail Authority, Southern California Logistics Airport Authority, Victorville Redevelopment Agency, the Victorville Joint Powers Financing Authority, and the Victorville Water District. We did have a closed session.
Mayor Cabrialis, we got through 4 of the 6 closed session items, but with respect to those 4, there is nothing reportable at this time. We need to reconvene at the end of this meeting to conclude the closed session discussions, and to the extent there's anything reportable, at the conclusion of that, we will come out and report that action.
Thank you. As is customary, we have the invocation to start our meeting. That will be led by Mayor Pro Tem Mike Rothschild. The Pledge of Allegiance will be by our Assistant Police Chief, Lieutenant Greg Herbert.
Lord, thank you for this day. Touch each of our minds and hearts this evening as we make decisions in your light and not our selfish end. In our Lord's name, amen.
Thank you. I do have a presentation, and this is, I would like to call Chief Holquist from the Fire Department to introduce. We have a new battalion chief in the fire family, and he'll do the introduction.
Mr. Mayor, council members, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the newest member of the Victorville family. That's newly promoted Battalion Chief Britt Sipe. Britt Sipe comes to us from the Valley area, but he's been in the fire service a heck of a long time. Not that old. Yeah, he's great. He's going to do a great job. He's going to be assigned to disaster preparedness. He's going to oversee all the community volunteer programs. So he's going to be doing the work that formerly Keith Peterson was doing. So you'll see him a lot. So I wanted to officially actually introduce you to him, and this is his first night. So, Britt Sipe.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. First item is public comment. I do have 2 cards, Norm Miller and Dorothy Miller. Give your cards. If you want to speak and you fill out your cards, give them to the city clerk.
Mayor, council members, my name is Norman Miller, and I'd like to bring up a couple items. First is I'd like to see if we could get something on the agenda for the eucalyptus road improvements. Is that any better? That sounds better. Anyway, I'd like to see if we can get some road improvements on eucalyptus between Mesa Linda and 395 that we've been talking about, see if something can be done there. Second, I've noticed on some other places that even the council comments are at the end of the meeting are restricted to 3 minutes, the same as public comments. So maybe that would be a good idea to look into. And the third thing is there are some council members here that seem to want to continue talking about things that have already been decided. And I think those councilmen should excuse themselves from the dais and come down and talk during public comment just the same as everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you. Dorothy?
Dorothy Miller. As you all know me very well, I'm up here all the time. I'd like to find out a little bit more about this EB5. I'm a little concerned. We have people saying that we only have one that actually has got their green card, one family. Now we're going to stand up here and tell you guys we got a bunch more already. Do we have the money? Are we getting the money? What's going on? Nobody seems to have an honest answer. I'm tired of being talked to, and everything is not true. We need the truth. The people need the truth in this city. The people are not getting services. They're not getting nothing in this city. Nothing. The roads, we got weeds growing up all over the road. Now that's ridiculous. We don't have money to take care of that. Now, I come in and had a conversation. And you know what I got out of it? Not too much. Because I feel that what we heard was not exactly the truth. And I really would like to see somebody give the truth. That's sitting up here, tell us the damn truth. Get something done. Forget that base. That's number one. Boy, we got to have that base. To heck with everybody else. Now, this is not right. People live here. They pay taxes. We pay you guys to take care of things for us. And we're not getting that service. And I think it's time for everybody to have a time limit. Don't sit up there for 40 years and then turn around and keep making decisions for us that's not good. And it's been really bad, and we're really down on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a Reverend David De Benedetti.
Yes, sir. Mayor and council members, thank you for allowing me the time to address you. We have concerns with the Ling Ling chair massage that's going to be in the Victor Valley Mall. And I'd like to know when you're going to agendize that. And there's another one, So Relaxed, it's chair massage that's been in the mall since 2002 approximately. And unbeknownst to them, they're going to approve, or they're under the process of approving for a whole building there when there's families and livelihoods that are going to be affected because they weren't given the opportunity to have a full shop at that mall. Because they have the kiosks in the center and they have full buildings, you know, on the outside. And without even addressing them or giving them the opportunity to have a full-size building, they've opened up the opportunity to somebody else. When they've laid the groundwork in the beginning, Victorville did not want to allow the chair massage at all. And the So Relaxed massage place, chair massage, went through all the groundwork and everything to get it approved, saying it was a clothed thing, it's on the up and up, it's not no hanky-panky type thing going on. And now, after they've based clientele and after they've gone through the process to get this approved, the Victorville Mall is like going behind their back and allowing somebody else to open up a full, one of the buildings that are in there, without giving them the opportunity to do that. And there's families and stuff that are going to be affected, and it's just not, I just would like to know when they're going to address this.
We'll make sure someone gets back to you on this issue.
And I appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
and your consideration in this matter.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, we'll go into our agendas. We have the Library Board of Trustees. We have a consent calendar.
Move for approval.
Second.
Next, we have the Southern California Logistics Rail Authority, and we also have Southern California Logistics Airport Authority. And Councilman Caldwell is the chairman for both authorities. He'll conduct the agenda for them.
Thank you, Mayor Cabrialis. As to the Rail Authority, the only remaining item, item 3, is the consent calendar.
Approval.
Second.
As to the Airport Authority, we have item 3, consent calendar.
Approval.
Second.
Item 4 is a request to execute an amendment, number 3, to the standard sublease agreement between the Airport Authority and Freeman Holdings of California, LLC, DBA Millionaire. Questions or comments?
Move for approval.
Second.
Item 5 is a request to approve a loan agreement by and between the Victorville Regional Center and the Southern California Logistics Airport Authority, otherwise known as the EB-5 program, in the amount of $3 million. At this time, I would invite a representative of the EB-5 contractor with us, Shelley Lee, to please bring us current on how this program is progressing.
Too bad that the individual that requested this information is no longer in the room, so stayed around.
Good evening, Mayor and council member and member of audience here. My name is Shelley Lee, Vice President of the Inland Group. Thank you so much for the opportunity tonight to address you on this issue. We're pleased to report to you that we're submitting 6 package of EB-5 to council meeting tonight. Total is $3 million. And as of tonight, we submit a 15 package to city, and this in total amount is 7.5 million. And we are pleased also to report to you that this program is going great, and we also submitted 2 package to USCIS, and we're planning to submit that to the next council meeting on August 17th. In addition, we have 5 investors package is almost done. We're working on the document and submit to USCIS in the next 1 week or so. And hopefully we will get that 5 additional also put on the council meeting on August 17th. As of today, and we have, again, to confirm that we identified the remaining code for the EB-5 50 slot in this program. And we have more interesting investor. They wanted to enroll in this program, and we're pleased to do the job. And thank you so much for the city to give us this opportunity. And this is my report for today, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Questions or comments, members of the authority? Thank you, Ms. Lee.
Thank you. Have a good night.
That concludes the Airport Authority agenda.
For approval.
Second.
Next, we have the RDA Redevelopment Agency. We have a consent calendar, item number 3.
Move for approval.
Second.
Next is the Victorville Joint Powers Financing Authority. We have item number 3, a consent calendar.
Move for approval.
Second.
Next, we have the Water District. We have item number 3, consent calendar.
Approval.
Second.
Item number 4, request to approve annual purchase order request for hazardous waste transportation services. And this is in the amount of $59,500.
For approval.
Second.
Item number 5 is the change order for Aaron's Corporation. It's for the water treatment plant, and that's the contract amount by $84,000.
Move for approval.
Second.
Item number 6, another change order for the industrial wastewater treatment plant, and this is an increase by $34,058.31.
Move for approval.
Second.
Item number 7 is to request to approve another change order for Maros Metals Corporation for the wastewater treatment plant, and this is in the amount of $307,700.
Second.
Reggie, Sean, is that it?
Next, the City Council agenda. We do have public hearings. Item number 3 is a public hearing called to update the city's current hazard mitigation plan. And I would now open up the public hearing on item number 3. Anyone wishing to speak for or against item number 3, please come to the podium. Anyone wishing to speak for or against item number 3, please come to the podium. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing on item number 3. Entertain a motion.
Move approval.
Item number 4 is a public hearing called to hear arguments for or against amending Chapter 10.01 of the Victorville Municipal Code, revising the sewer user fees with the introduction of ordinance number 2262. I will now open up the public hearing on item number 4. Anyone wishing to speak for or against item number 4, please come to the podium. Anyone wishing to speak for or against item number 4, please come to the podium. Hearing none, I will close the public hearing and have the reading of the ordinance.
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Victorville amending Chapter 10.01 to the Victorville Municipal Code, revising the sewer user fees for the use of the city sewers.
Move waive further reading and move introduction.
Second.
Mr. Mayor and Council.
This reduces the...
The City Council went through the hearings. As you all recall, there were several individuals that wanted to know exactly why a year ago that we approved fees for a year ago, and this year we explained the procedure, the treatment from Victor Valley Wastewater Authority and the pass-through fees. And while this was already approved, it's actually based upon the cost of treatment. And during the last several months, there have been an indication that there was a reduction in those fees. Finally, the BVWRA had finalized the dollar amount. And so although there had been a $3.73 rate to go into effect, because of the reduction, only the 75 cents, nearly a $3 reduction. It didn't make the headlines in the newspaper, but it's good news for all those individuals who had come before the council and requested that you look at these again, requested staff. The council also asked staff to look at these figures. We've gone through these explanations several times. So for all those individuals that had a concern and watched this is good news for them. And we have no idea what this will mean next year. There are changing times, but I think this is a clear indication that everyone, whether we do it independently or in conjunction with other agencies, watch as closely as we can in protecting the fees and the public dollar.
Thank you, Jim. And I would like to thank Jim and also Sean and Almer for working hard on this on the issue of the water of the sewer fees. I know it took a lot of work, and finally the final numbers were agreed to, and it was a reduction. So I'd like to thank you for your fine work. Item number 5. Public hearing to call to hear arguments for or against approving amendment PLN 10-00017, as set forth in proposed ordinance number 2263. I will now open up the public hearing on item number 5. Anyone wishing to speak for or against item number 5, please come to the podium. Anyone wishing to speak for or against item number 5, please come to the podium. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing on item number 5 and have a reading of the ordinance.
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Victorville approving amendment PLN 10-00017, an amendment to Title V of the Victorville Municipal Code entitled Business Licenses and Regulations, revising the operating requirements for massage establishments, City of Victorville.
Waive for the reading.
And does that include introduction, Mayor Gabrielis?
Second.
Item number 6 is consent calendar.
Approval?
Councilmember Almond, may I get a vote? Thank you.
Item number 7, request to approve or adopt resolution number 10-067. This is entitled Resolution of the City Council of the City of Victorville approving the deferment by the City of Atlanta of prior contribution amounts otherwise due and payable to the Victor Valley Economic Development Authority.
Approve?
Item number 8 is the request to approve an amendment number 3 to a contract with Alta Planning and Design for additional work related to an alignment change for the River Walk Trail System project in the amount of $292,775. Maybe Terry should make the. Oh, you can't.
Well, I wondered if I would live long enough to see the project, and I'm not sure yet that I will. But I think, it's interesting. Look at the staff report, which acknowledges that this thing has been officially on track for almost 10 years, and we are still not through with the entitlement process. If I were to say anything further, I would probably embarrass the city because of what I would say about the various other units of government that have been involved in moving us in such a fast-track, expedient way. I'll move.
Item 9 is the request to award a contract to DDH Apple Valley Construction. It's in the amount of $165,800.
Move for approval.
Second.
Item number 10, request to award a contract to AM Ortega Construction for the construction of the West Side Gas and Electrical Improvement Project located at SCLA. It's in the amount of $2,447,101.97. There's also an additional appropriation of $145,902.37.
Second.
Next, we have presentation and report from council members, and I'll start on my left with Mr. McCaffrey.
I have nothing this evening.
Nothing, thank you.
Nothing.
We'll continue with our closed session.
Okay, there is reportable action with respect to one of the potential litigation items that was listed on the agenda, specifically dealing with the grand jury investigation and the request of the forensic auditor with respect to document production. City Council has unanimously agreed to be cooperative with the accountant, the forensic accounting process, and to provide documentation. In addition, the City Council is willing to waive the attorney-client privilege. However, it wants to seek clarification that such waiver does not result in violations of federal law, for example, Privacy Act violations, HIPAA law violations, and furthermore, that it would not in any way compromise any existing or threatened or pending litigation that may be applicable to the city.
That